Hi guys! It's me again, Rose from the Philippines. Today is September 21, 2018, a Friday. Welcome to my channel. It is called Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. So what have I been up to this past week? I'm going to show you one of my posts that I have been working for 5 days ever since Friday, and I finished it last Tuesday. So it is this Scrapghan. So I started working on it on this side first, but I didn't pick it up for a while because I wasn't quite satisfied on how it is looking. But this last Friday, I started to work on it again and continue on. So I have been working on it monogamously for 5 days in a row, and I'm quite surprised that I was enjoying making it. So I have accumulated most of the scrap yarns that I have. So from the start of it, you will see that most of it has very small scraps that I used. But as it progresses, I have yarns that is a little bit bigger than the usual, so I just added it up, alternating between the variegated and the solid colors. So some of this I use Rosario yarn that is stranded and not plied, and some of it are Baguio yarns that are just one strand that is kinda like a sports weight. So what I did for those is that I pulled two strings together so that it will be thicker. And for this one, I use the chain and picots for the edging, and I use a black yarn to incorporate all of the colors. So this is how it is, and I think the dimension for this is about 55 inches, and I folded the lower part or the first part so I can put pockets on it. And this scrap gun I'm going to turn into Blair stuff, my drawer. I have made a knitted top for my drawer, but it is already dirty, so I'm going to put this one. So I separated it into 4 pockets so that I can put here my cell holders, so I can get them whenever I want because it's just beside my bed. So that is the scrap gun. It's become this long, and this is my finished object. When I was working on it, there are so many ends that I needed to sew in, but even the sewing in of ends I enjoyed because then it will be finished. So that is one of my posts, and I have decided to put the daffodils on this drain play flask. This is the one that I bought from Sophie's last field trip from Dream Play. So I just put it all here. Oop. And I'm thinking that this is a good vase for it, so that you will see the daffodils all in a row or all in a bunch. So I have also been making some panels for the body bags that I'm planning to do. So I recently picked up this other panel that I made from before, that I started for my tito's bag, but wasn't able to continue on because I don't have the available shade of yarn for it. So this is the other panel, and I'm hoping to incorporate other color of yarn for this because it is not enough to be a body bag. I needed to make also some panels for the side parts, so it will turn into the body bag that I usually use. And there's this other one that I started from the variegated yarn that Miss Jan gave me. So for this, I also needed to incorporate another color. So I am planning on collecting body bags so that I can ask people to buy it from me, and people has requested for it, so I'm going to pursue that. So I also have a progress with the diamond painting that I'm making, the lady sitting on a crescent moon diamond painting that Miss Grace gave me. So for this one, I have been working on it at night, and it has been becoming a habit for me to work on it at night, and I'm really enjoying it because I have something to look forward to at night to work on. So for this one, you may have seen the bottom part, but I am working on it upwards, and I'm working on the clusters that has the most colors on it first, and then I'm going to work on last the clusters that has a few colors on them. So I'm pretty amazed at how it is looking, and for this parts I'm thinking that it has gotten complicated because there are several other parts of colors in it, or separate colors. So this is my progress with the diamond painting, and I'm still hoping to work on it so that my goal is to finish it before Christmas so that I can show you guys. So that is my diamond painting progress, and I have recently been requested to make Hello Kitty wallets for my old chatmate and friend from Iloilo. She lives in Visayas, and she has uh, bought some bags from me before that I had given her with a package. So she requested for me Hello Kitty wallets that she's going to make into a giveaway for her niece's birthday party. So I have 60 pieces of orders for the Hello Kitty wallets, and I have started it the other day, and now I have about 7.5 of the body part, or the face part of the Hello Kitty. So for this ones, I chain 20, and I work on it on the round and work on it upwards using some half double crochet. So I have those, and she also have some orders for Hello Kitty keychains. So I also have some of them made. I think I have 15 pieces now of this. These are just ordinary Hello Kitty keychains that I used to work on before. I'm still making some of this, and this just has some borderline of red and pink. And she ordered 30 pieces of this, so I'm working on that as I am doing other stuff, and I'm going to send it as a package to her because she is far away. She lives in Iloilo. So those are the orders, and because I needed some yarn for it, I had a small purchase of yarns from Tabora, from my suke, who sells some love nuts yarn that was formerly Red Heart yarn here in the Philippines. So I have purchased uh, the Lana Acrylica yarn that I was talking to you about. This is the yarn that I wanted to try out, and because my other suki doesn't have any fuchsia pink and red, I decided to purchase one to the store beside my suki. So I bought some Lana acrylica yarn that is 50 grams. This is Agodoro yarn. So it is fuchsia pink so that I can use it for the bow of the Hello Kitty. So I purchased three of those, and also some red ones, two of the red ones, and I also purchased some white familiar yarn that is 250 grams. This is a big cake of white yarn because the Maisuke only has 10 pieces of the white left, so I decided to buy more from the store beside them. So I have purchased, so this is the label. It is called Love Nuts yarn, and this is my go-to yarn for my projects because I can buy most of them and be okay with the pricing. So I have purchased 10 pieces of this white yarn. So I only have 9 now because I started making the Hello Kitty wallet with one of them. And I also purchased this purplish color for the bow. So I'm hoping that most of them will be enough for that project because it is going to be 60 pieces of those and 30 pieces of this. And I forgot to tell you that I'm going to put the link to this to the tutorial on how to make this Hello Kitty keychain. Okay, so those are most of it. And yesterday I have found a caterpillar on one of my clothes because Mama folded our clothes on the veranda, and that is where her plants are. And I'm thinking that the caterpillar got caught with one of my clothes, so I decided to put the caterpillar on one of the porcelain or one of the cups, that so that I can show it to Daniel, and he is quite mesmerized with it. So after I have shown it to Sophie and Marius, I decided to let it go. So I put it on one of the plants outside, which is the Chinese bamboo. So I'm hoping that that caterpillar will turn into a moth or a butterfly. So I just wanted to show the kids. So I have this yarn that Miss Margaret gave me. She calls this wine colored yarn. So this is a yarn that is 45% acrylic, 42% polyamide, 8% polyester, and 5% wool. So what I decided to do with this yarn is I'm going to separate the lace parts from the sports weight. This is a very thin yarn. So what I did is I separated one of them, the other skein. I separated this thin yarn from the lace part so that I can use the lace part for fringes of dream catchers. And then I am planning on making other stuff with this. And since this is a thin yarn, I'm thinking about turning this into this so that I can pull through two strands and maybe make projects with it like amigurumi. But I'm thinking about what project I'm going to do with this first. Okay. So the other day also, my cousin Kuya Dado and his spouse, Ate Mel, they had a bodega sale downstairs on our garage. That's where I used to vend from that garage. So they had a garage sale. So I have to buy some of their blouses. So one of them is this one. And then I have bought this black one that I can use for church. This one has a nice design to it, and it is very drapey. And the other one is this white one. So I'm pretty happy with my purchase, and it's nice to be involved in some type of garage sale for a while. So this has gotten long now, and the other day also, when Typhoon Ompong is passing through the Philippines and we have some heavy rains, the kids had their classes suspended. So we were able to paint something. So that painting over there is from Marius. He worked on that. And I have another one on the upper side of it. That other one I painted so that I can put as a background for my podcast. Okay. I think those are most of it. I hope you guys have a fine day or a weather that you like and some crafting time. And also, as I usually say, some bonding time. I am hoping and planning to make a tutorials next week. I'm sorry if I haven't made one, but I'm planning to make one soon. So I think that's it for me. Bye for now.